Okay, hello and welcome everybody. We seem to be live right now. Just as always, let us know if the audio and stuff works, but it looks good. And yeah, welcome to Twitch stream number 14. Today is not a Q&A session. Well, it kind of is, as always, in the chat, but today we're here to, well, celebrate the next open beta stress test, more or less. And yeah, show everybody who didn't manage to grab a spot on the server what is actually happening right now. And yeah, if you're on the test server, you can come and find me and try and kill me. I'm in the admin UFO though, so you can try your best. With me today is Sergey.
Hello.
Sergey. And Sean, our producer, who is in the background.
He is over there, yeah.
There he is. Giving us a visit. And I just took a lot of damage. Because somebody actually managed to build a clan battle station.
Whoa, really?
While the open test server was last time.
Well, that is an impressive achievement, and I don't see why don't we destroy it.
I have tried earlier, and I failed miserably.
You can't do it on your own, obviously. We need help of all the guys.
I think all the guys were actually busy trying to kill me
you.
already.
Yeah, I see that.
So this is already going splendid. Yeah, we will be handing out codes as well. So do keep an eye on the chat, and you might be able to grab one. Yes, come kill me, puny humans.
Okay, so while Flips is occupied being killed.
Oh boy, that's a lot of players.
Oh. Whoa, that's a big crowd hunting you over there.
Come with me, my children. I'm gonna go to the opposite end of the map now. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the Tartarus is so quick. It's almost quicker than the admin ship.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
That's a very fine chase, but you cannot escape those rockets, you know, right?
I seem to not be able to. That is correct.
So now you see that Tartarus is basically chasing it.
Wow.
I wonder if I can show up in the middle somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, you could try to help me here.
No.
Wow.
I'd rather fight with the guys because I mean, like, I want to blend in with the winning crowd.
I see. Okay. Haha. I'm not sure if the cloak actually worked. Well, it looks like I at least lost the Tartarus, so.
It's hard to say because I mean people do see you in the Twitch stream, so they kind of know where you are.
Yes, but now they have to hit me with an EMP. I'm pretty sure that is a little hard to do by just. Oh no! Damn, they found me.
I was hoping. Meanwhile, like while you are dying, I was hoping to answer a few questions, but the only question that I see is where are the codes, and that's it.
I see.
Yeah. So for those, you just have to wait. And I mean,
yeah, nothing else will happen.
If somebody is wondering or kind of like was living in the forest for the last couple of weeks, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows we are here, and we have joined the stress test on the open beta, which is basically in preparation for our tests and experiments that we conduct to make sure that we can provide you guys with a very, very nice spot to fight in.
Yep.
Basically something that would be, oh my god, cross server. Yes, now there I've said it.
Basically that is.
Yeah. So we are trying to see how many people can be fighting on one map. So as many people get here, kill everybody, see how awesome this is and how glorious it is that this battle station still stands, and it really like I can't understand why it's still there. Aren't there enough Earth people here to kill that thing?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. No.
If only I wasn't so bad at this game. I don't know what
it's very hard to be good when you are like being 1 against like 100.
I suppose so. So many Tartaruses makes me very happy.
Okay. Oh, there are questions in chat. I found you, but you can't see me because I'm kinda in the crowd.
Beautiful.
Oh, there is a
legendary. Oh god, the battle station. No.
The battle station is from Mars. Let me see. What about making client
There's so
guys?
many!
Okay.
Oh my god!
There is a question in chat about client. I'm thinking that we can basically talk about something like that in the next Twitch. It's more like not the topic today, but we're doing some experiments. There is nothing to share yet, to be honest, on that one. Connecting 3 servers into one. Well, again, like this is a cross-server solution we're looking into, not just pushing 2 or 3 servers together, but basically providing a space where you guys can meet up and beat each other skillfully. What now is chameleon mode for the ship? Well, there is a ship that will be able to mask itself, and that's called Nemesis. We were talking about this. This is a test server, and you can see it if you open your server list. I'm just going through the questions for the Twitch stream, which I see in the chat, so just don't worry if I don't follow whatever you are doing to poor Flips.
Damn, they got me.
Well, they obviously got me as well, because they just kill everybody and I'm a random guy flying there.
Yes, I'm never gonna be able to repair again, because this ship has tens of millions of HP.
Uh-huh.
Why is this guy so quick? Why am I so slow? Maybe I need more speed CPU.
You need more speed generators, and you would need to upgrade your generators with some nice ores and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, my drones are dead. Oh no.
This is gonna be terrible.
Pyropack123, Sergey, you're so sexy. I don't know that that's a question. As
What?
much as just a statement of that.
Where? I missed it. Come on, my god, the only meaningful thing in this chat,
The,
and
the
I
middle
missed,
of your screen, Sergey.
and I missed it.
don't
No.
know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you, whoever you are. So the cross-server functionality is the main attraction for this year. Will it be just PvP map, or will there be maps with aliens and also? I ask because only 1% of players will take part in this big 50 versus 50 fights. Well, do you have anything about that?
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that based on the demands that people have been making over the last year or so. This is our first step in addressing server population. If once we're able to provide these types of zones, yes, we could have a 50 versus 50, but we can have any number of other things. And so what it is it gives us the ability to make a new type of zone that allows us to control the population. So if we find that certain things are best 5-on-5, 10-on-10, 100-on-100, whatever it winds up being, this work that we're doing right now allows us to do that specifically without having to just smash your various servers together and change everything, every dynamic, right? The rankings, the what servers have what level of people farming cubes versus something else. What it does is it allows us to give you the opportunity to play with other people in situations that you want to play with them in, and while allowing you to still have a server that feels like your own. Because right now it's not easy, and it's not the best first step to just try to consolidate all the servers. These cross-server zones are the best first step in our mind, and that's why we've been focusing on them. And I have no idea if anybody can actually hear me. Flips?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Everybody.
Yeah. I'm just so focused on not dying.
Yeah.
It's like either not dying or getting codes. Those are the two.
Yeah, there have to
points of
be. There have
focus.
to be codes. And will Nemesis be unveiled at the Tunnel of Terror event?
I think it's,
We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there will be. So it doesn't will be an. Okay. Yeah. I guess if I translate it, this means. So there will be no server merge as such. Well, again, like as we said, these are things that we are doing right now, and we don't put anything off the table. But yeah,
I mean, is server merge the best first step for us? No, because just assuming assuming there aren't technical challenges to doing the server merge, we have to look at it and go, how do we combine rankings? What's the fairest way to do that? How do we, how do we look at the population for zones that you may be already comfortable in farming or doing other things, right? So there's a massive amount of work associated with just a straight server merge. What we're doing right now with cross-server zones gives us a first step that doesn't require us to try to tackle all of those problems at once. And really it started with a conversation of why do people want the server merge? Like, is it to have a denser population for PvE? Is it a denser population for PvP, specific battle types? And so what we're looking at is, can we start to solve some of those problems with this first step, with cross-server zones? And so right now our stress tests that we're doing aren't necessarily representative of the final product. Right now we're just trying to throw as many people in here as possible to see what our technical limitations are, where we can find optimizations, and then go from there. The actual cross-server zones, once they're fully implemented, will allow us a lot more control over, all right, how many people do we think we need in a map? Like, what type of system do we use to get people in and out of maps, spin up new maps? And then over time, what we can look at is, all right, are there specific map types or game types or other things that we want to do with this system and build upon it? If we find that those additions to the cross-server functionality cover most of your needs without disrupting your zones, then we don't necessarily have to look at a true consolidation of instances or consolidation of servers, sorry. So for us, it's important to really focus on this first step, and honestly, server populations and making sure that you can experience bigger, more enjoyable battles, or bigger, more enjoyable battles that are appropriate for you. That's such an important thing for us right now that really we focused a lot of our energy into trying to make sure that we can get this done as soon as possible.
No, I hope that answers it. There were a few questions of the same sort. Will we able to make alliance with a clan from other server? Well, at this point, we are more like looking into the general functionality, saying, hey, you can fight other people, you can have that meaningful kind of like interaction that you can basically make sure that you are getting your quests and achievements and so on. That's what we are focusing on, not very hard kind of like hardcore functionality of like alliances between like cross-server alliances and stuff like that. That's something we are not looking at right now, but we might be looking at it at some point. So it's not like the ideas that are floating in the air. It's not like we can say, yeah, we are doing this, or we are not doing this, or we are doing everything, or not doing anything. It's like this is just the first step, and this particularly today is a stress test, so we cannot just say, hey, we're not doing something specific. Maybe in a year we'll come to that, but asking, well, we can't answer that precisely right now. Maybe at some point we will think about it. That's how it looks like now.
Yeah, I mean, the design team already has like a massive list of things that we would like to be able to do once this basic system and infrastructure is in place. But the first step for us is getting these cross-server zones going, making sure that we have all of the mechanisms in place to make sure that it's smooth for you to get in and out of them, that they spin up properly, that they're not lagging, that any number of things that we have to do just to make sure that it works. Everything else can be built on top of that. But we can't address any of those questions until we actually have the functioning crossover zones. So work's being done on it now, as you can see. We are clearly stress testing, load testing these zones, and have been for a few weeks. The additional functionality, like we've got to look at just what basic feature set do we need to have to launch with. And so that's what we're looking at right now, and making sure that certain things like potentially missions and achievements, stuff like that work. Because again, this is very different than just having it all work on one server or one instance. Having that work across multiple instances or multiple servers, you know, in this type of zone is something new for us. So we're working to make sure that that is actually functioning and will be ready for launch.
Yeah. See a bunch of questions about this weekend double rewards. As always, just be patient, check in game regularly, and you will not miss anything. Other than that, I can't say anymore. Like, you'll see if it happens when it happens. It's a surprise all the time. What else?
Oh my god, look at this.
Whoa.
Look at them.
That is
so
just
many.
like, what are you people hunting flips? Why are you killing me still?
This time I'm in the stealth mode. But still, the clan battle station is standing.
Okay, so that is a mess. When PvP missions will be fixed, when the lag issues will be fixed on G1. Like the lag issues, we have cut reports. I think that's currently under investigation.
Yep.
And yeah,
We have also released a fix today that might address some of these things, but we're still closely monitoring because
yeah.
some of
So
the behavior was
if
really
you have
weird.
any new information, just send that our way, like via Discord or to moderators, and we'll get it done. The PvP missions fix is also like on the table. It's coming. We have to check with when exactly, and then we'll share the details. There is, as I said, already a plan to do that. We know how to fix them. We just need to basically implement it. Could you open an idea behind Skater Laser and Fusion Shield? Were they designed to be tactical alternatives to current elite items or something else? Precisely. That's a question that contains a perfect answer.
Yeah.
It was just designed as a tactical alternative for current high-level items, not necessarily elite, but basically like high-level items. So it basically provides you with the opportunity to, in combination, it provides you with opportunity to become this hit-and-run ship, which kind of closes in, does a really strong punch, sustains a certain amount of damage, and then can escape or break the range. And then with the fusion shield, it can recover shields very faster than the opponent, get back into the fight and do more damage, and then basically just go in this hit and run circle. That's something that we had in mind. So if you have any feedback, then yeah, we'll gladly hear it. Will you make any provisions in the future to give or sell obsolete equipment in the hangar to new players to get them started quicker and be in a good stead for beginning the game? Well, we do have a very nice game entry now, which provides players with a lot of rewards, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not seeing anything like that in the near future, like selling things to the other players, but maybe at some point we'll do something like that. It's just that we have to see always what are the goals of this change, or what we'll be doing with that. If we would just want to make sure that players can get rid of the old equipment, then we can figure out some other meaningful way to do that, so that you can do something with the equipment, like that disassembly idea that we mentioned, so that you can break your old stuff in parts that you can then use to craft something else.
At least this works every time. How to escape from everybody else? You just fly out into space and just keep flying.
Because radiation can't kill you, right? Or
It can kill me, but it kills me a lot slower than them.
yeah.
Because I have 10 million HP.
Okay,
Oh
I
boy.
see there's... Oh, probably I missed somebody's question because I only see the question, did I miss the question? So, I don't know. Maybe yes. Yes, Gore 1992, I did miss your question. Okay, skill points. Yes, that's something that we are looking into. We need to make sure that it doesn't create anything strange. Like as always, if we just take our current skill point system and just say, hey, you can now have more skills, then you could find yourself in a situation where the combination of those points will bring something that we don't want to bring, like some balancing issue or something. But in general, there is no we are looking at the skill tree as one of the things that we'd really like to address in terms of we'd really like to make it meaningful and more attractive to the players, and just make sure that everybody got everybody
so
got
many fireworks.
Everybody got everything. Sorry, I'm just distracted by the thing that's happening on the flip screen. It's just amazing. But yeah, there is a bunch of stuff we could do to skill tree. It's not on the top of our priority list, but as always, if you have any suggestions, send them our way. And yeah, that's something we'll be doing with that at some point, definitely.
I think Morel's question goes back to the thing we were just describing.
Yeah, so we were just talking, the Muro _ D4 have many items that I cannot sell, and fair enough. And as I said, there are a few ideas on how can you work with those items, like a disassembly system, which allows you to just disassemble items, get some spare parts, and craft something else. That's one idea that's on the table, the one that we like most, but we are definitely looking into something like that. What we want to make sure is there are no heaps of useless items in players' inventories, something that they cannot sell or get rid of, and they are useless and you keep getting them. That's something that we want to avoid in future, and that's something that we would like to change in general. So yeah, that's a good point. Need to test output fireworks. Like if everybody liked the firework explosion that just happened, just bring your fireworks with you. Maybe
True.
Should I put fireworks on sale on test? How about standalone version? What can we say? A standalone is a topic that I don't think we have anything to share on that right now. Why there is no design for Solus? Oh, there will be probably. Definitely we'll figure out the way that every possible awesome ship and game has some design, so it's not even a question, it's just a question of when. Put special ammo on test server already. Well, you can enjoy PvP anyway.
Just look at this. If this is not pure
Yeah,
enjoyment,
yeah.
then I don't know.
We need more missions. You have more missions. Don't worry, we're working on that with our narrative designers and design team. There will be a lot more stuff happening this year and next year specifically.
This was a mistake. Ow. So much pain.
I don't want to be a distraction, because there is a bunch of stuff people ask, but also there is so much happening on that screen. Just look at that.
It's good. You're doing,
Because you
you're
kind
doing
of like,
fine.
you made them fight each other and escape. That's perfect.
That is what I do.
That's perfect.
I found out that the best way to stay alive the longest is to just hide in the biggest clump of players.
Yeah,
they will
because
just click
nobody
on each
sees
other.
you.
while
You also
trying
have to
please
choose players of your own faction so that you will mix up with other red dots for enemies.
I think there are so many red dots on the map. It's crazy.
Are we getting info from tech on player counts?
Not down here. I don't have a connection to tech right now. Actually, maybe.
So
No, we don't have any tech people.
can you put LF4 for sale for real money? No. Next, please.
That was an easy question.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I like this. Any more questions like that?
Whoa! I literally just show my face. And it's like the end times are here. Cloak and hide. Works every time.
Really quick, if the users use bag on CBS and per 2 months they have 50% boosters on honor and XP, and yeah, in general, like we have to figure out how do we punish specific players who are exposed for specific bugs. And as I said in previous Twitch stream, we have to figure out what exactly can we do and how exactly we identify everybody and what do we do with them, and in general what is the approach, because sometimes, as I said, some players can use a bug without actually kind of like being sure that this is a bug or not a feature or something like that. So we want to make sure that we don't punish anyone just for the sake of punishing. And we make sure that if we decide to go for that, we get everyone who was kind of like involved in cheating, and we don't punish people who were legitimately having some good time and so on. So that's a difficult topic, and I can't see that we can give you a very, very short answer here. There is a question about the rework bases, so clans have to conquer a base and defend it to keep instead of shooting it down. Well, clan battle stations is one of the features that is like, we love it very much because it feels like it has great potential for clans, but we also acknowledge that sometimes it does not create the best kind of like dynamics around it. We want to make sure that it is very, very useful for the clans to keep the clan battle station and even maybe build like a couple of them so they have like a combined effect, and protect them and not just go around and shoot the bases, because that's the most rewarding experience. That's what we want to make sure. Anything else here? I don't know, maybe I come back to shooting other people then.
Well, you can try. I'm trying.
I'm not. I mean, it's like I have to repair myself, but I try to hide within allies, but they don't seem to be my allies anymore. They just see that I'm marked as admin.
Yep.
And kill me. They
Nobody
don't care about company loyalty or, I don't know, faction colors or anything.
Nope. Everybody's out for themselves here.
Yeah. Oh well.
You just got a cloak. Just instantly cloak.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea.
That's good fun. So many people. And every time I get like you're not good at this game. No, I'm just not trying.
I got a good. I see a very, very good question. I think Phil would love to answer that.
Oh boy.
Is there a rumor about the fourth company, like a fourth faction? I can't comment on this.
No, you will have to ask Phil.
No,
when he comes
no,
back.
I like no idea. Obviously, no idea.
I see now everybody's beating up another admin ship here. Host Kevin.
Will there be some boost for Seprum production? I can't tell you right away because as I said, my idea of Seprum is that it's not something that you need always. It's something that you have to use in specific circumstances. So by making sure that everybody has all the Seprum they want, we will basically diminish the value of Seprum altogether, because if everybody has Seprum, then it's effectively equal to nobody has Seprum. So the question is, if you have chosen to use Seprum, it has to be very situational. It has to be that boost that you need to break the fight or like to change the course of a battle. And boosting Seprum production is a very, very straightforward answer to the problem of like we need more Seprum, and the question just is why we need more Seprum. To be powerful all the time, or like my idea of it is it's not something that you need all the time, it's something that you need in certain situations.
It got me again. Even though I escaped to the depths of space. Oh no, owning peeps got me.
Oh really?
Damn, I got killed by the master.
We have celebrities down there. We have celebrities down there.
That's incredible. Thanks for killing me.
When will be cross-server released? At the 10th birthday of DarkOrbit?
Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, you know, like, it's October, nice weather in Hamburg. Let's talk about it. Like everybody's killing flips. What else do you want to know?
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I should just fly around on servers for 10th anniversary. It seems that players are enjoying that. The spawn zones are so heavily populated.
Yeah.
Everyone get in here. Let's not do that.
There is somebody saying that we are greedy about Seprum, and that's the reason why less people play. Like honestly, don't think that's the reason. And honestly, like we're not greedy about Seprum, and it's not the thing that we're greedy about. It's just one of the issues, or one of the resources that have a certain deficit, and basically a lot of times you will have deficit of resources that you have to cover by being somehow smart and just figuring out what you need to buy or what you need to spend first.
Come, my children. I'm here. Come.
Now, how long can you stand against that crowd, Flips?
Well, my idea is, okay, here's what I'm trying. I'm trying to gather the biggest amount of people and then fly to certain death and see how many I can take with me. Wait, what?
Oh.
What happened? I'm no longer in my UFO.
Oh, you're flying a very, very, very tiny liberator ship.
Why?
Now, but because somebody
me?
transformed you, I guess,
Wow.
because you still have the same amount of XP. I mean, HP. So do you actually?
I don't know. Is there meant to be?
Who knows?
Yeah, now the puny humans with their tiny shields.
No, gentlemen, stop asking about double Galaxy Gate bonus this week. I will not tell you anything. Just can stop asking.
Whew, I lived. That's
yeah,
incredible.
I'll turn him into a turkey.
Oh, I'm an UFO again. Wonderful.
Okay. Now, I wonder if I can sneak in and see that epic fight with my own eyes on my own monitor. I wonder if that's possible.
Why? Fellow company people, please, are we not all Venus? They're so mean. Why is everybody so mean to me? Oh, because I'm not cloaked. What if the cloak doesn't work? There we go. But now it's too late. Ow. Ow.
that's not the fight I'm looking for. Where is it? For people who are asking, we're showing you test instance where the biggest battle of all times is currently happening.
And I'm hiding away to prepare.
Is there a way to spend some days at Big Point, especially with DarkOrbit team, like an internship? I don't know. You could apply, and we'll see what happens.
Learn Java.
Yeah, learn
Yeah,
Java.
learn Java. Oh no.
The jackpot euros question. So yeah, we know about the, like, obviously that some people still have the stockpiles of jackpot euros they have collected. And again, as you can see, we have a lot of things on our plate currently. That's not something that we would like to tackle right away, but that's something that is on the table, and we want to make sure that, like, we want to deal with them in some kind of like a meaningful way, that you don't have to think about them anymore, but they will not just disappear. Any plans for making the payment cheaper, since it's way too high in some countries? I think the payment questions are obviously painful ones, but we need to understand that everybody at this moment is kind of like, our payment is working to streamline that system to make sure that everybody is kind of like fairly charged, and that's all I can say about that. It's just it's just the way the international payment works. There are currencies and there are kind of like exchange rates and so on, so we have to make sure that we charge people a fair price, don't overcharge anybody, but we also have to make sure that we are covering our transaction costs and all that stuff. How can you get the codes? Just got back from school. Oh.
Welcome home.
Oh, welcome home, yeah. Welcome to DarkOrbit. Will we see a return of users online number? Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, there will be new missions for high-level players, as I told. We are planning that, and we are planning to make new missions basically for most of the people. What are we going to do with servers that have very few people online daily, around 40-60 people online? That, firstly, of course, is a subjective number, but we do know that there are less populated servers and more populated servers. The question is, are we going to do... the question is, what are we going to do first? And we are basically, as we are showing you, we are basically going into the direction of trying to provide a space where players can interact with a lot of other players from other instances, while we are not intervening with the kind of like server population as such, and not intervening with anything that is dependent on servers like rankings and all that stuff. So anything... Well, there will be new PvP missions with Tartarus and Mimesis. Yeah, obviously. You will have to kill them on purpose.
Ah, Death or Glory!
Where are you?
Okay.
I'm going to find you now. I hope.
You've just been obliterated. Which seems to be the only thing that I can do consistently in this game.
Just die.
Yeah, dying works.
Oh, whoa, I know where you are. I will find you now.
No, I'm cloaked. You can't. It's physically impossible. As many of
I'm
these
looking
players.
at your monitor. Come on.
Why? That's cheating.
That exactly. But I'm allowed to cheat.
Damn developers and
Yeah,
their cheats.
Yeah. If you look at like the question and comment on here, so we have a comment question from, is that Demi Shreds? Can you see it right above there, Sergey? In green?
Yeah.
So it's like one question is, hey, what about adding new stuff? And then a few people down, you've got Shantz that's like, well, but what do you need those new things for? And it'll upset people, right? And so I think that's kind of a good real-time example of the challenge that we have with always wanting to be able to provide interesting gameplay or new mechanics or new things to keep the game fresh, while also not destabilizing the existing game or making it so that, you know, the people that have been working very hard for LF4s all this time, you know, feel like, oh well, you've just moved the goalpost, or the, you know, you've moved the finish line for me, and now I've got to, you know, chase this stuff. So for us, it's a delicate balance, but something that we're definitely looking at the best way to address, because we're constantly balancing different priorities. We're balancing how do we get new stuff in that is fun and keeps the game fresh, and maybe even retroactively improves aspects of the game so that new people come in and they enjoy it, while also not completely upsetting the balance of the game or upsetting the existing player base, or you know, making it so that it's even harder for a new player to catch up. So that type of balance is something that we've got to deal with. And we've got to deal with the idea of, okay, yes, every day we're still fixing bugs. Every day we're still looking into issues like you know, the one we found yesterday evening with regards to, we found one cause, probably not all causes, of lag on a certain set of servers, and we fixed it and pushed that this morning. So we're constantly having to deal with live issues, potential exploits that have come up or come up with the introduction of new stuff, and then also introducing new stuff. So I know a lot of times it doesn't seem like it when we're like, yeah, you know, I swear we're looking at fixing this or addressing that or tackling whatever issue you mentioned. But it's, for us, really, it's constantly sort of balancing new priorities versus the existing priorities, and trying to get everything done in a reasonable amount of time. Right now, as many of you have mentioned on here, server population has been one of the biggest topics, and it's been that way for at least the year and a half that I've been here. And so really what you're looking at right now with the cross server zone, as I mentioned before, is the first step that we're taking of potentially many, to look at each individual either problem or request associated with server populations, and trying to resolve those in a way that's not disruptive but gives you what you want. So the first step is for people that really want to, you know, get in and experience big PvP battles the way they used to. The first cross server zones will provide that. Over time, we may find that you know, we could apply this to any number of areas. And so, hey, if you're somebody that really just wants to see other players or other players of your faction, or you know, players in a certain level range to deal with certain types of NPCs, or you know, challenges like mini bosses, whatever. We can build any number of things on top of this first bit of functionality, but we have to get this first bit of functionality in.
I hope that answers. Then there is a question from Gore 1992 about Prime on servers Global America, not comfortable for players from Russia, Turkey and Germany. Well, on the one hand, I can understand you guys, but on the other hand, we are also kind of like, we have to make sure that the primes are adjusted to the time zone of the main server population. That's why our different servers kind of like have different time zones. We can consider some of that and see what happens, but then you can understand that we will have to do the same for the European servers and make sure that it's comfortable for like people from America and so on. So it's not like an easy question that, oh yeah, for some people it's more comfortable, so let's just do it.
Nucleon John, I think it already scrolled off the screen, but was asking about Flash and DSO style downloadable client, Flash versus HTML5. Just so you guys know, this is something we've been looking at for a while. There are a number of different approaches that we've been investigating. I think it's kind of fair to update you on that because you love the game and you probably are aware of some of the challenges that Flash has been facing over the years. And so just to give you a little peace of mind, don't worry. We definitely have multiple different plans in place, some very long-term plans.
I killed something.
You killed something finally?
I killed a pet.
Yay!
Yes!
You killed a pet. Perfect.
Big success.
So yeah, so we're looking at multiple options. Yeah, I wouldn't, without committing to anything, I wouldn't say that you're very far off the mark with regards to your DSO comment. But we're also looking at much longer term solutions as well and doing some R&D on the tech side with regards to the clients. So.
There was a request for me to stop playing and start answering questions. I was under the impression that I did nothing else but answer questions, but if you can repeat them, we'll see what we can do. Can you do something about the event timings? Well, yeah, so we have a bunch of time zones that our servers basically work with. Obviously, in some points, the servers are located in the different time zone from a target audience, like for Russia, for instance. Yeah, we can look into scheduling that, but at this point, we'll have to kind of like look into updating the way that we schedule things in general to make sure that we accommodate for everybody. But as the previous question was about the prime times for CBS on American servers, that need that somebody wanted to be more comfortable for players from Turkey or Russia, it comes down to the fact like, okay, for whom should it be more comfortable? So we are going into like kind of like a middle ground there, but again, there are few countries which stretch across multiple time zones, and for some players will always be not so comfortable if there is an event that happens like only 2 hours within the given day. Can we do that more often? That's another question, and that's what we probably can look into like sooner.
And again, that's also a thing. Hopefully I'm not saying too much or putting us in a weird position. Sergey, stop me if I'm wrong, but again, when we look at how we've traditionally handled events and game types and things like that, once we get this foundation for the cross-server zones in place, we may be able to look at providing potentially a better way of doing it. So I won't necessarily say on demand, but we will be able to cater to a lot more variety, a lot more options for people, because we're essentially saying, hey, what if you live in an area where you work nights and you only have off days, but the events are happening at night. If we're providing opportunities to basically allow, if we're able to cater to demand, I think a lot more easily with this new system, then certain things like time zones become less critical. Sure, you still want to play with your clan or certain people or whatever, but what we're looking at is just a lot more versatility and flexibility with how we handle content within the game. And so it's just something that, as an example, not saying Sergey and the design team would ever want to do this, maybe I'm crazy, but we can look at content as well, and depending on how we build the system to let, and this isn't uncommon in other games, but depending on how we build the system, it could be that we also ensure that players of certain level range or certain power type or something like that are grouped appropriately for certain events that we put out. This is not something that's beyond the realm of possibility once we get this cross-server system in place, because we're able to check certain things. We're able to spin up content in a manner that's based on those criteria. So it's something that I know I've worked with in other games, and I know that we've definitely seen in action. So over time, we have the ability to really look, okay, what is the next biggest problem, or where is demand the highest, and really start to build specifically for that in a way that's not disruptive.
Will there be some designs for Venom and Solus? There are some, and we will probably introduce some more. The question is, like, we need to make sure that the designs that we do are really attractive and they really get to you guys and you really like use them. So we don't want to do a lot of updates that are useless. We see that there are certain items that are more popular than others. We have to make sure that we deliver the stuff that is in demand, but we'll look at Venom and Solus specifically since you ask and see what we can do with them. There was something else interesting here. Can you change that we can sell cosmetic designs? So the question is, again, as we have already told a few times, we want to make sure that you don't have a stockpile of meaningless items. And that means that we will have to basically address that issue by providing some meaning or value to the things that are just lying in your inventory and you can't get rid of them. As I said, one example could be disassembly that provides you with the opportunity to get some of the valuable resources by disassembling these items, just basically breaking them for parts. But maybe there are other ways, and we'll look into that.
Dragon CAS, T. James, when will we see this within the game? And is it basically just going to be like the old JPA Arena before the new one, with no reward and never ending? So to answer the first question with a not real answer, soon, probably sooner than you think, hopefully. But right now it is our focus to get the cross-server zones done and tested and out there for you as soon as possible. The second question is, our goal is to first get the cross-server functionality out. And so we are excited to get, even if it's just a basic battle out. I'd be happy to see big battles going for a bit, but if that is what we initially launch with, do keep in mind that that is the beginning of a system that we will be building on for years to come. So I would say that don't worry, it's not just going to be one thing and that's it. Essentially, we're going to get this out and then look at how do we improve it, how do we add different game types, how do we make it something that's more interesting for different player types.
Ooh, fireworks.
And then, let's see, someone had asked about UVA rankings. I don't know. I don't think I'm spilling any secrets when I say that we've been looking into some issues there and have at least one person on the tech side who's been looking at improvements. So.
Yes, there was a question about bringing in more rewards from NPCs and making separate. I guess that's the one that someone said I missed. Widowmaker Rough, I think. So the question was, can we bring in more NPC drops, increase the rewards for Uridium for NPCs, because all the things are super expensive and we need to balance it out. Honestly, we don't see that. We see the opposite picture. We see that with the players getting stronger and stronger, it becomes more and more easier to get Uridium from the game, like from Galaxy Gates or from NPCs. We also see that we haven't increased prices for anything for the last, 4 years. Like even things that we roll out that are new things, they have the same price. They have not a higher price than the old things. Like Tartarus, for instance, doesn't cost you something like 600,000 Uridium. Instead, it costs about the same that other ships, other ships of this equal class are priced. So when you're saying we need to balance out something that you perceive as is super expensive with something that is perceived as being not enough, I would say our internal statistics, which we basically track for every user and for every thing that you do in game, shows a different picture. We understand, however, that for many players there is a certain kind of like there is a very big gap between the place where you want to be with regards to your equipment and stuff, and the place where you are, and the realization how much time it would take to get to, I don't know, UFE for instance. That means that we will look into that progression wise. We will try to make sure that players get a better chances of progressing kind of like faster towards the end goal, but the perception that we have to balance out stuff by just increasing rewards from NPCs, it's honestly, guys, it's just not what we see from statistics, and we have to make sure that we don't break the balance of the game by basically just following a gut feeling or something like that. So that's what I will say. Yep. Yeah, I know. So
yeah, we actually have to.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I will say goodbye now because we are in another meeting, but Flips will wrap this up very quickly for you.
Bye. Oh, look at it. Bye, Ziggy. What a baby. Alright, guys. You've killed me plenty times. Good job. Sorry, my soul is crushed. And I don't know if I can face any of you ever again. Okay, so here's the big disclaimer. Something you probably found out by watching me is I have nowhere the capabilities that some of our experienced players have. So hats off to everybody out there who is, yeah, in the upper honor rankings and in the upper PvP rankings. You guys are actually amazing. And yeah, so that wraps it up for this week. I hope you enjoyed the glimpse into what is happening on the stress test server. So it really is just one huge battle, and that is basically everything you are missing right now. I know it's a super awesome experience. Everybody, well, a huge percentage of people told us last time that they enjoyed this, so we're still working on it. Yeah, good job, Jaffa Cakes. You killed me. I'm completely destroyed. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this session, and we're gonna see you all again in 2 weeks. Yeah, once we're back for the next live stream session. Thank you again to our lovely chat moderators. Today, only Firefox. The rest of them were not available, but yeah, I think that's it. And I also have to go to the meeting. So yeah, see you guys in orbit, and I hope those of you on the test server will enjoy the rest of the day. So yeah, see you guys. Bye bye. Oh yeah, as James said, go on Discord. Visit our Discord server. Link is below. Do it now.